I make more than 100 million coins from just my minions without any work. I'll tell you all the strategies, tricks and everything else you need to have to do the same. Also, please consider subscribing. Let's start. The minion we'll be using is an Inferno minion. Even though it's worth to max them out in the long run, you can start using those minions for less than 50 million coins. Simply crafting those minions to tier 2 costs less than 2 million coins. For reference, crafting them up to tier 3 costs nearly 100 million coins. So how do you begin? For starters, buy 4 pieces of wither armor and put bank 5 on all of them, and also buy a scavenger talisman. The money you will get from killing mobs does add up to nearly 10 million coins per hour, so make sure you have that max. Next thing on your list should be a daedalus axe with the best looting you can afford. Looting 5 might be a bit too expensive, but trust me, it is worth it. Now, after you know all the basics, let me cover the newly discovered strategies. Recently, there was a patch that attempted to patch AFK farms, but within hours there was already a workaround. How it works is very simple. You have a water stream here that pushes you down, and then at the bottom you have a TP path that teleports you up whenever you fall down. But there's also a coal minion alternating between placing blocks and breaking blocks. Because of this, you are sometimes standing and sometimes falling, meaning the game thinks you are not AFK. Also remember to use a hopper on the minion, otherwise it will fill itself up. But how about actually selling the loot? The main moneymaker in this method is the gabagool. Every time you kill a mob, you get 1 raw gabagool, but with looting you get nearly double. That comes out to some around 600 coins every time you kill a mob. At the end of the day, you end up with around 200,000 gabagool every single day. How do you get rid of it? Well, if you are lazy enough, you can always insta-sell it to the bazaar. If you do that, the price for 1 gabagool will be around 300 coins. But there's actually something very simple you can do to nearly increase your profits by 50%. With a little bit of coal, like a lot of coal, you are able to craft fuel gabagool. If you insta-sell it in this form, you basically make the same money as if you didn't upgrade it. But if you sell order it, you make about 450 coins per gabagool instead of 300. So that's it, right? Just sell order as fuel gabagool. Well, actually no. What most people don't realize is that you can actually upgrade it further. Skipping heavy gabagool, you can craft hyperbolic gabagool. This is important because the insta-sell price is so high. You can simply buy some coal, craft a hyperbolic gabagool, and make 50% more money than you would normally make. When I first bought them, I decided that I only want to spend 1 billion coins on them, but after seeing how much money they make, I decided that I want to max them out. Of course, upgrading them gets very expensive, and that's why I only went until tier 5s. Instead of buying the molten powder for around 500 million coins and simply upgrading them like a sensible person, I decided that it would be a better idea to go and buy order nearly 1 million items. So all those chests are filled to the brim with materials I need to craft molten powder, and then spend hours crafting it all up. Let me tell you, this was the worst decision of my life. Crafting all this molten powder took me 5 hours, so let's get tier 5 minions now. So let's place them now. If you want to do this method, you should consider going to the chili pepper collection leaderboard and DMing all those people who are at the top and asking if you can buy their minions. Chances are they are using a high tier minion which they would want to sell. But you might ask, was it worth it? Well, my time between actions decreased by about 25%. With my current rates, it would only take around 60 days for it to pay itself back. So in the end, it was actually worth it.
Mio de noche.
One other thing that is worth a mention, that I'm currently using 2 flycatchers in each minute. I spent another 1 billion coins on that for a 9% speed increase. But there's actually something better. Using 1 corrupted soil and 1 flycatcher is actually cheaper and slightly better. The reason I'm not doing that is simple. Corrupted soil quintuples the health of a mob. This wouldn't be a problem if I was using my main account, but for us that use alt accounts, we simply don't have enough damage. But what about the pet? Not too long ago, I was still using a hound pet because of its perk to give 5 coins per kill. While it might seem good, this won't make you more than 1 million coins per day. But what else is there? The Wisp pet. It has a unique perk that gives you defense depending on how many blazes have you killed while having it equipped. And it turns out the blazes from minions counts towards it. You can get a maxed out Wisp pet in about a day and sell it for around 3 million profit. Also, you might have noticed that I have been avoiding talking about fuel. Previously, it was thought that the rare fuel was the best. It was both very cheap and good. But after upgrading the minions a bunch, the epic fuel actually became better. It costs around 10 million coins per day to fuel the minions. It is by all means worth it. The only case where it might be better to use the worst fuel is where you cannot AFK around the clock. So you might be sick of hearing YouTubers tell you what the minions could make, so I will tell you what I did make. So I've been in farm for a week and I made 500 million coins. And that's accounting for the price of fuel, and I also was insta selling a bunch so I could make even more money if I wanted to. And that's it for today. Bye bye.